Hi everybody, Jared here with Rebrickable. I'm going to give you a bit of a look behind the scenes today. I thought after some recent discussions with some of the mock designers in our community, I thought some of you might appreciate a look in how we do things from the admin side. Obviously, I'm not going to show you any secrets or confidential information, but you can kind of see I'm going to process a mock and we'll go through the approval process that we go through for every mock that we manually review. First up is this, I'm just on the home page, just to welcome you. Congratulations to Minifig Man for winning this month's Pro raffle. For anyone who don't know what that is, Pro plan subscribers and designer plan subscribers get entered into a raffle each month to win some Lego. You need active subscription to access that. This is what the local local homepage looks like. Oh, look, there's a couple of new sets that I haven't even looked at myself. I'll pop them open later to look. Anyone who's been on Rebrickable, this homepage looks just the same for us as this for you guys. Okay, next up, admin page. So this is our home, the admin's home base. We all come here. It looks a little bit different for each admin, depending on how much access an admin has. Not all admins have equal access to everything. But right now you see in the photo submission approval page. So this is every outstanding photo submission for a part that has been submitted. We gradually go through these. As you can see, it can be quite a lot. We've actually got it down quite well. It was like 300 a couple of days ago, but we got it down to, what is it, 67. So that's pretty good for us. Sorry if you see your photo there waiting. I promise we'll get to it at some point. But this first tab here, the mock approvals tab, that's where all the outstanding mock approvals are waiting for us. There's 82 currently waiting for our review. I'm not going to click that page because there's some stuff on there that I don't, that's not appropriate to share with you guys, but I pre-opened a mock that I knew would be okay for us to go through and review. So I'm just going to go to that one directly. Right here we have Will Josh Jangles MC Block Accurate Village. So anyone who submitted a mock will be familiar with how this layout looks. It looks largely the same for us as it does for you guys. The difference is this corner here, where the approve, mark, reject, prevent, premium, blah blah blah. These are our buttons, and that's how we control what happens with your mock. So first thing is this is the description page. So this is where they've put in their name and theme and description. This is important bunch of information. The description should contain all needed information about your mock. So we read through that, and this one's quite short, which makes it a little bit easier for us, I guess. It is a free mock, so it's not super complex in terms of mechanics and things like that that need to be explained. And then we can go to the image tab. Again, just like you guys, we see all the images you guys have uploaded for your mock. Here he has two mocks, so we have the same, the full size picture, how it looks on your mock page, the normal thumb, the 5x4, and this is how it appears on search results, all that sort of stuff. This wide thumb is how it appears on Facebook and things like that. We don't really care about that one too much. You guys, especially if you're on the designer plan and you get shared through that view, you guys should make sure that your mock looks good in that view. Otherwise, the two we care about is how it looks in the normal thumb and how it looks full size. These look great. The model fills a lot of the space as much as it can really. Certainly in thumb view, you can see all the details pretty well. It's a good render they did, good quality render. And we're going to go to the instructions tab. So here, again, just like you see, we see that it is for free. We can download the files should we want to. Sometimes we don't always check every PDF, because honestly, it would take us days. Like we've seen 82. I've processed 50 odd mocks today. If we did that, checked, and we still have 82 outstanding. So if we checked a PDF of every one, then that would mean that no mocks ever get approved. But we just scan through and we don't do any major checks. Let's make sure that, especially for premiums, if people are paying for them, we hold it to a higher standard. But make sure parts are visible. There's nothing crazy happening. These look fine. I'm not going to go through it all. So he's also uploaded the IO file, which is pretty nice perk for some people who like to play around on Studio with them. So no problems there. And then last page is the imagery page. We scan down this, again, it looks just like yours. We look for things that could be missing, see if there's any spare parts. That when those spare parts section is used, you shouldn't really be using spare section for MOCs. So that tends to get flagged to us if you do. As in, we see that and think, why are those parts not in the main inventory? So then we would often ask, what's that about, if you haven't explained it in your description. This all looks fine. The way you do it is you look at the image and you kind of pick out a couple of parts. So I'm going to make sure these the orange flowers are there. I'm going to make sure that the light bluish grey round studs are there. And I'm going to make sure that some of these dark tan tiles are in the inventory. So we have lots of dark tan tiles. And there you go. 6 of these flowers. So that's pretty good. And the light bluish grey studs are in there. So it all looks great. And I'm going to approve this MOC right now. So this last page is again the same. This is where if you write a message on this last page to us, it pops up in a little box here for us that says what you want to tell us. And then if we have to ask you questions back, it adds and adds and adds. Every new message makes the box a little bigger so we can see the full conversation. Here it just displays your previous MOCs so we can easily scan through on what you've been doing. And then similar MOCs to the one that you've submitted. It's not super intelligent. It's a very basic search, but it can be helpful, and it gives us an idea of the kind of the content of what your MOC is. And if it all looks good, we just go approve this MOC. And we get a little green thing, MOC's approved, the page refreshes, and voila. The MOC is approved and now it's listed. Here it says, you'll see it says April 9th, 4:12 p.m. by me. That means I added this MOC, I approved this MOC at that time and date. It was last edited. That's what this second line means. By me, obviously, because nothing's happened to it since I approved it. And then you can click the link to go to the changelog if you so wish. So eventually, it's not an instant refresh sometimes, but we're going to go to the home page. And look, oh no, it is there, right there, look, sitting and waiting for us. And if you go to new MOCs, it'll be right there waiting for us too. So there you go, that's how we approve a MOC, and we go through that process for every single MOC we review. I hope you like this short little video. If you have any questions about the process that doesn't involve confidential information, leave us a comment, question, hit the Rebrickable forums, because we're very active in the Rebrickable forums, not so much in the YouTube comments. Trying to get better at that, so bear with me. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.